Why, hello there. A nice day here. I hope this video finds you very well. Today is an unboxing. I kind of went out on a limb here. I've never gotten anything from this company. I've never gotten one of these kinds of knives. It seems like a very interesting knife. It was kind of impulsive just to check it out. I'm going to unbox it with this Takray Tarkus. I just did the unboxing for this, and while I haven't been ultra impressed by some knives' edges lately, this little bugger got me. This thing is like a $35 knife, and it is pretty darn sharp. Let me get the box out of there because there's information on it that I would prefer not being shared. So, let's pop that open, see what we can do here. Alright, so this is an interesting way to cushion it. I got this off of Aurora Blade Knives, whatever. This is a Zyack design. Never had anything from Aurora, never had anything Zyack. Very strange. And this is a very unusual knife, as you can kind of see. Right off the bat here. So, it's a bit smaller than I was expecting. I mean, I wasn't really, expecting anything in particular, but there's some springs in here. And as you can see, this is, there's a piece here, there's a piece here. There's a lot going on here. I think but let's just see how this works. Okay, interesting. And that piece down there, let's see. Yeah, that piece folds out and goes there. It's supposed to be like an assisted knife. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, but it's a very, very light assist. You actually have to, put some effort into it. This is... It hits the assist there, so it's not going to... Ooh, holy crap. No, that edge isn't quite as good as I was expecting, but it did pick up a bit of my skin right off the bat there. This is interesting. So it will drop down to about here, but that's when it starts hitting the bar for the assist. It's got an interesting feel because you have this bar up here. Yeah, it works. It's just kind of strange feeling. It's interesting. It's a small little guy. It's a kind of a cool looking knife. It just... I don't know why. Just the shape of it, the way the blade comes off, it's definitely a trailing point. But the way I don't have a lot of extreme trailing points like that. Just the way the blade comes out of the handle and everything, it's just got a very interesting look to it. Let's see if we can wipe it down a little bit. It looks like it's got a little bit of oil on it and such. It uses a detent system. There's a detent ball in there. There's a spring back even in there. So you just sort of... Yeah, you just sort of pull back on it. Very, very odd. Very odd. You can feel it pull the... you can feel it push this down and pull this in when you do it. So you kind of want to keep your hands off of it a little bit. Very interesting. M390 blade steel. It's a little guy. I was kind of hoping it was a little bit bigger. I had a feeling it was pretty small. I mean, I knew it was small, but... I always say that. But when you grab a knife, it's kind of like... you can read the specs, but it doesn't really feel quite real until it's in hand. So it's with this little bit that sticks out due to the... the actual handle ends at 4 1/8. It sticks out just a tiny bit because of this part that folds over. The blade length is... Wow. Just about 3 1/4. It honestly feels smaller than that. This is a very small feeling knife. With a huge pocket clip. Good flex. It doesn't have a lot of resistance either. Surprisingly good access to the lock bar. Pretty thick titanium, and it's pretty easy to get to. like, it doesn't have your resistance that you normally get out of a assisted knife. It's quite a bit weaker than that. And I mean, it's gonna tell you if it's centered or not. But this is very cool. And it makes it the backspacer. It looks good. Some milling on there. Can you see that? Some milling on that backspacer. Quite nice looking. This is different and very interesting. So this is a Zyacknife. I don't even honestly remember the name of the dang thing. I'm not even 100% sure it had a name. It might just be the Z05. I'll, of course, have all that linked down below if it's still available and everything. I'll have a link to the Aurora Blades if it's not. And I'm going to do my full review process on this, because this is a bit unlike anything I've ever seen. It's simple, but it's at the same time, it's got some more moving parts, and there's a lot more going on here than you might think. And it really, like, the price wasn't... I mean, it's a premium knife. It's M390, it's titanium. It's a premium knife. But it wasn't as incredibly as expensive as you'd think with all of this extra stuff going on here. So, let's see, is it... Oh, like a vault. Wow. Yeah, like an absolute vault. Yeah, you can feel it when it's moving around in your hand. You can feel that this thing can still move because it's just on the spring. But it stays in good. It's actually comfortable for how small it is. It definitely feels smaller than it actually is, which is kind of impressive. This thing really feels like it has a small handle in relation to its blade. Which, I mean, I guess partially of that is that the blade is technically sticking out a little bit. But it's covered. And it's pretty interesting. I say interesting a lot. This is a little bit more on the end of even more interesting than normal. Yeah, it drops to there, and then that's when it starts hitting the spring. So it's also pretty darn smooth. This is actually quite nice. I'm liking this. I'm gonna have to really do a little bit of extra research for this one. Alright, that'll end things for me. I hope you found it interesting, or at least something unique. I don't know if anybody else has shown off this thing. It's kind of cool. But, yeah. What is it? Hold on one second. What is the T8? T8. There is some T6 hardware. I don't know exactly what that screw is doing in there. But most of it looks to be T8, which is also kind of nice. I don't necessarily want to take it apart, but I don't, because, let's see. If you actually look in, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, there's a spring right in there that's attached to this thing that's helping it do its... That is the spring. That is, in fact, the spring. The main spring. I think that is what's causing the assist. Okay, so so you push it in, and the detent holds the base of the blade up here, which pushes the spring up in a tensed position, and then it does that. Now, could this thing go off in your pocket, is the question. Maybe? Maybe. I mean... No, apparently not. I'm banging on that spring, and if that thing could... So it, like, takes a very deliberate, specific angle with a little bit of force to it. But it's still pretty light. Interesting how they managed to get that together. I'm going to be very much so carrying this one for a while. So thanks for checking it out. Have a great day. I'm going to be studying this as soon as I turn this off. You can tell I want to. I'm like, yeah. But, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Hopefully you didn't just get all my information there. No, there's no information up on that top part. And I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. I'm out.